Hey everybody, this is Jen, and I'm coming to you live right now. So basically, I decided to start this YouTube channel and to do a lot of different things about gratitude. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jacqueline. I'm Jacqueline Love is my last name. I'm an intuitive life coach. I'm an intuitive person. That's pretty much it. That's not it, but I have a spiritual business that I am getting off the ground now. I do Reiki. I do readings on here for people. So yeah, contact me about that if that's interesting to you. So let's get started. The topic of this video is nothing to be grateful for. So hopefully I'm just going to say it in a way to where it doesn't offend anybody that could be listening or that knows my situation or anything like that, because I don't want to the person that this is about, I don't want to have them, not feel comfortable with me saying this. So anyway, so let's just say I have a friend or an acquaintance who told me the other day that there is nothing in his life to be grateful for. And he didn't say it like that. He just said basically, I don't really know what there is to be grateful for. So I understand where he was coming from because he just lost everything and all that stuff. But for some reason, it made me so angry. I'm going to put this on so I can do it like that. Anyway, it made me really angry because I started thinking what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have anything to be grateful for? Are you serious? You don't have what do you mean? You're staying here, you have a couch to sleep on, you have this, you have that. I started naming his blessings more than he could. So it started the train of thought of what we have to be thankful for. And I felt this righteous anger within me whenever, this person was saying that they didn't have anything to be grateful for because, they had a place to live and they have, shoes on their feet and clothes on their back and all that stuff. I started to say shoes on their back, but yeah, no. Anyway, so I was just like, how do you not have anything to be grateful for? So started me thinking about my own life. So here is what I did, guys, and I really admire this. I decided to go ahead and make these affirmation cards. This one, I know it's backwards, but it says, I know things always work out for my good. I made all these today, but then last night, actually, before this conversation happened, I was prompted in my spirit that I needed to be more grateful. So I'm going through a hard time right now, not to dwell on negativity and not to speak that into my life anymore. I'm on my way out of a difficult season in life, but I've been so grateful because I have been able to take this challenge and build a new business and build a new structure and get legal with the business that I have and do a different avenue, do something different with my life that's more positive and conducive to what I want to do in life. So here is, let me turn this around. I want to show you guys this. All right, if y'all can see that, it says God's wealth circulates and flows into my life in avalanches of abundance. I love this little backdrop too. It's really pretty. So those are the types of affirmations that I've been putting up in my house. And I just want to say that whenever you put out the energy, you get back the energy. Since I've done this, I have gotten a couple of inquiries for what I do, which is life coaching. And I just got my certificate for that. I've been life coaching for a while without the training, without the certificate, but I feel like a lot more qualified now. I've been doing Reiki, I've been doing intuitive readings, all that stuff beforehand, but now I just feel more qualified because I got that training. So I just want to say that, like, if you are going through a rough time, start thinking about everything that you're grateful for, guys. Gratitude is life. Gratitude is the air in your lungs. Gratitude, like as I'm looking at my face right now, I could say I could choose, right? There's one direction I could go and there's another direction I could go. I could say, "Oh my God, my lighting is terrible. I got a mole on my forehead, which I inherit naturally from my family. I have, maybe my makeup isn't correct and all this stuff." I can nitpick myself, or I can choose to say, "You know what, I'm making this damn video. I want to do this video because I know that I have a message that the people that are watching this can look beyond, my imperfections and listen to the message, and I know that everything's going to work out." Like in my life right now, I can choose to say, "Oh my gosh, I just lost my income. I was making a lot of money a day, over 1,000 a week." And I could say, "You know what? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? I got this savings, but, it's not going to last forever. It's not, what am I going to do?" Or I can look at this affirmation that I made, that I created, that says my bills are always paid on time, and I can believe that. I can either believe my negative subconscious mind that's been programmed to believe that, every time something gets really good for me, that it blows out. Or I can say, I know that things always work out for my good. I can choose to say, I'm not going to have the money, or how am I going to get the money, all that stuff. Or I can say, I always attract the money that I need. Always, always attract the money that I need. I can choose to look at this empty safe and say, "You know what? The safe used to have money in it and now it doesn't." Or I can say, "You know what? This is a storehouse for the energy of money, and money is going to come and live here and multiply here, and it's going to be good. And I know that I'm going to have enough money." Okay, I can choose to look at this phone and say, "My phone is no longer ringing off the hook with people wanting to bring me money." Or I can take a post it note on the side, which I will do, and say, "Divine communication is all that matters," and put it on. And I can say on the other side, "People can't wait to call me for my services." I can choose not to believe that I have what it takes, or I can say, "You know what? I have what it takes. I have what it takes to be successful. I have what it takes." I can say to myself, "You know what? I'm not getting paid, except for these little jobs, whatever." Or I can say, "You know what? What skill can I learn to make myself even more valuable in the way that I want to be valuable?" So, like, if I want to go back to college, I can choose to do that. If I want to, waste my time and not do anything, then I can choose to do that, but I won't get the results. So it's all about becoming valuable. People are not paid on their time. They're not paid for their time. We think that they are, because it's a lie. It's a lie. I'll prove it to you. Say that you work at a say that you have a job, right? And you have a career, that you went to college, you got a degree, all this stuff, which some of that stuff is bullshit. You don't need to go to college on some things, you know what I mean? Like, it's just all relative. But anyway, say that you got this great career, right? And then you decide that you want to go and you want to work in your field. They're not going to pay you the same if you have like a doctorate degree in psychology. They are not going to pay you the same as somebody who is a life coach. Okay, unless you've some life coaches are, that may be a poor example. Let's just say not even in that field. They're not going to pay you the same as if you were a McDonald's worker, unless you're way up in management, okay? You're not going to make the same as an entry level person in McDonald's that you would, even though you might work the same amount of hours. But, at the end of the day, your paycheck is going to look much different. because you put forth the effort to get a degree, okay? Now let's take that skill and let's put it in universal terms. All right? And what do I mean by that? You are going to get paid the same amount of energy that you put forth. And you are going to get paid based on your value, the value that you provide to the community, whether that be a service like what I do with Reiki, or whether that be a service like whatever you do, okay? If you always go around with a type of negative mindset, and you're always thinking there is nothing to be grateful for, there's nothing to do, I wish I had this back, I wish I did this, and you're always living in the past. And what the universe will give you back, and what God will give you back, is exactly equal measure to what you put forth. Whatever you reap, you sow. You sow what you reap, okay? And you reap what you sow. So, I mean, that principle applies to pretty much everything. So if I'm going around and I'm going through a hard time, but I'm going around and I'm putting forth the energy of, I always attract money that I need. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is currency. This is energetic currency in the universe. God and the angels are smiling because they're saying, you know what? This girl has faith. Regardless of whether or not you even believe in God, you can believe in the universe and the power of what is it called? Energy. Yeah, and the power of energy and the power of negative and positive and all that stuff. You can agree with me that if I take $10 and I invest that $10 into something that will yield a return, I can expect, according to the terms of whatever I sign, the contract, the $10 plus whatever interest that I've agreed on. If I take that $10, I put it in the bank, and for some reason they've agreed to give me 20%, okay, on my return, which is unheard of. But if they do, I can expect that, okay? That is the same with energy. You can expect a return equal to or greater than what you put out. The energy you put out into the universe goes and it comes back to you. It's like a boomerang. It's like if I was in the Aussie, in Outback, and I said, in the Outback in Australia, and I said, okay, I'm going to throw this. It's a boomerang. It's going to come right back to me. With momentum, with added force, it might come back and it might be a little bit harder to even, catch because it's so much force. That's the way I view money. Whenever I send money out to pay a bill, I have this little affirmation that I put in my mind. And it is an agreement that I have made with my subconscious mind and also with the energy of money. I say in my mind every single time that I pay my bills that the amount of the bill plus 10% interest is going to find its way back to me in immediate and miraculous ways. I'm going to repeat that. The amount of whatever I pay, the bill, this amount and more, 10%, this amount plus 10% interest will come back to me in immediate and miraculous ways. This amount plus 10% interest finds its way back to me in immediate and miraculous ways. I mean, these are affirmations, folks. These are things that you can do for free. A good attitude is not going to cost you anything. A bad attitude will cost you everything. There's an old saying that, like, if you're not grateful, that even what you have will be taken from you. Jesus Christ said this. He didn't say the word gratitude, but he says, those that have, more will be given unto them. Those that have not, even what they have will be taken from them. And if you take the word have and you add gratitude, gratitude. If you have stuff, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, because I always thought about that verse and I was like, how does that even make sense, God? Like, what I have will be given to me if I have it. And if I don't have it, then it's going to be taken away from me. The key, the key is gratitude. Because if I have gratitude, if I have more, then I have gratitude to get more. If I don't have anything, then I'm going to be grumbling and complaining and negative about what I don't have. So I'm not going to get anything because I don't have anything to be grateful for, to be thankful for. But if I already have something, it's easy to see that people who their life gets better and better and better, and it's like they're on a roll. It's like they're like perpetually getting better and better and better and better and better, unless they have subconscious blocks in their mind that stop them from success. And if you are one of these people, I do hypnosis and for success, reprogramming for success. And it would be phenomenal if you could get with me and let me help you on that, because I'm just starting out, so my prices are kind of low, or really low, and I could really help you. I do know what I'm doing. So anyway, if you have some money blocks or whatever, just get with me, reach out to me. But anyway, continuing with what I was saying is that, if you have, like, if you're successful, usually that wealth accumulates and accumulates and accumulates until something changes in your mindset. Maybe you have a setback. Maybe you have some kind of tragedy that happens in your life, or, something happens in your personal life. Normally, a lot of the times that I see people and I've observed their lives, and I've seen very successful people go from being super successful to not being successful. And the reason why is because of something personal that happens in their lives. So something personal happens in their lives, and their abundance goes down. Their level of productivity goes down because they've taken their focus, their focal point off of money and off of abundance and off of the things like business that they need to do, and they've put it on something personal that is draining their attention away from the things that they actually could do and be prosperous at. So to wrap up this video, I want to leave you with 3 key thoughts. Number 1, to have a positive attitude is free. That's the key thought number 1. To have a positive attitude is free. Number 2, to have a negative attitude will cost you everything. It's expensive to have a negative attitude. I cannot afford to be negative. I can't. I can't afford to go around talking about things that happened in the past and all this other bullshit. I can't afford it, okay? And excuse my French. Sometimes I do curse a little bit, but according to some studies, it means I'm honest, I guess. Anyway, so that's principle number 2, okay? Having a negative attitude will cost you a lot. It'll cost you your fortune. It'll cost you your future, really. Okay, and it is expensive. It costs a lot of money to have a negative attitude. The 3rd principle that I would like to leave you with, to ponder about, is that gratitude is the attitude for success. Gratitude is the attitude for success. Write it down, think about it, let it sink in your heads, and you can rewrite your history. I do not care. Okay, I do care about what happened to you, but as a life coach, that's not my job to be a counselor. Okay, like so if you come with all your stuff, we can talk about it. I'll let you vent and everything like that, but then my goal is to be very productivity oriented with you. So if you ever work with me one-on-one, you will see that I will let you talk about some things. I'll let you get it out and everything, but my goal is not to focus on why you're that way. Does that make sense? Like, that does not concern me. Every single person in this whole entire world, like rich people, they have had the same setbacks, some of them, as you have. Some rich people have had the same traumatic experiences as you have. Some rich people have lost things just like you have. But what makes you different from them is the fact that they chose to have a positive attitude, and you can become a winner right now today by having a positive attitude. I know you have what it takes. If you're watching this video, you have been led here because I'm not that popular on YouTube. Okay, you have been led here. Yes, I speak it, but you have been led here to listen and to get this stuff. If nothing else, just for that one affirmation, God's wealth circulates and flows into my life in avalanches of abundance. That is amazing right now. Okay, so I don't care what you are going through. You're going through it, and you are not, God didn't lead you to it. He led you to go through it. Okay, not to it, not to it to let you just stay there and wallow in self-pity. No, that's a shallow pool you're wallowing in. Get up, make some affirmations, decide in your mind that you're going to be successful, and just view it as a humbling learning experience if it's a setback or whatever it is. And I know tragic things happen. Well, I really do. And I have compassion. I do have empathy. But let's focus on the solution, not the problem. Let's focus on what is the solution that we can take right now. And the number one solution I'm going to give you for free, 100%. This is your life. This is your brain. You can choose your attitude, not me. You choose your attitude. So the free advice that I'm giving you, and it's 100%, just take it or leave it, but it's up to you. An attitude of wealth begins with gratitude, and it is your attitude. You get to choose that, not me. Okay, it does not matter what anybody is doing to you or doing for you or have done, anything like that. You get to choose your attitude just like I do. I get to choose how I'm going to react. If I'm going to react in a positive way or a negative way, that is my choice. 100% me. On me, okay? On me, baby. On me. So, that is all I have for you right now. I really do appreciate you watching this. And again, really, really take this advice. Get some affirmation cards, get some little index cards. These have little sticky things on them, so you can put these up. Man, I put them up everywhere in my house. I have one on the heater that says, "Thank you for heating." I got one right by the faucet that says, "Thank you so much that we have running water." I got one over, on the door that says, "I'm so grateful that we dwell in safety." I got one on the refrigerator saying, "Thank you for our food," and really just be thankful, even if you don't have it yet. That's another video I'm going to do about how you can manifest it into your life if you don't have it yet through the power of gratitude. I know a lot of people talk about this, but apparently people need to really hear this because, I just hear so many people complain, talking about there's nothing to be grateful for. No, there's a lot to be grateful for right now in your shoes. Even if you're on the sidewalk, if you have shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, you are doing better than some people in other countries. So just choose right now to be thankful, and you will see that the currency of the universe, which is gratitude, will come back to you with the effort that you put it out in, and according to the measure that you choose to multiply it in. Thank you so much for watching this video, y'all. This has been a pleasure, you guys, sharing this with you. I'm not going to apologize about my hair. I know it's messy right now. I just had to get this video out. I had to do this because I know that people need to hear this. This is something, just people just need to hear this about gratitude. I needed to share this about gratitude and about how your attitude can change your wealth. Your attitude can change your life. And you, my friend, are empowered because you get to choose it. Thank you again and have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye.